Good morning, guys. I hope you're having a great day. And Bitcoin to 50,000. All right, the first chart that we have open is SPY as usual. So yesterday and the day before, so Tuesday and Wednesday, we had there were red days. I mean, meaning opened higher but closed lower. But the good thing here is that it held the levels. It held. I mean, it did not flush. It just held near all-time highs, which is very healthy, right? For me, that's some great action. And today again, if we can hold above 450. So if we hold above 450 today again, then tomorrow let's see if we can hold above 450 again. And if we take out all-time highs, then we keep ripping a nice uptrend on the channel. So not much to discuss here until 450 is taken out. So until 450 is held, SPY, I'm completely bullish on it, and we keep going up. At 450, we adjust for a chop zone or maybe a minor dip in the market. Okay. Tech, similar action. Now tech yesterday, we were in Amazon, we sold for some great profits, and LB jumped in Google puts, which I took into consideration, right, why he bought them. And then obviously Amazon, I analyzed the Amazon chart right after, and then I thought, okay, for me to take profits off Amazon, usually I don't sell until a big move, but I took my profits on the table on Amazon. It was a great sell, and then the cues, you can see that there was a lot of selling pressure here above 380. Okay, so above 380 there was a lot of selling pressure, and this is a bearish candle, this is bearish action right here, right? Now there's a good chance that we might see towards 375, 376. However, today if we don't break yesterday's low, or if we do break yesterday's low, but then we end up closing higher than the opening price today, then we are back in an uptrend, okay, based on the candlestick charts. All right, but as we're price level, as long as we're above 370, we're fine. The first level here is 376. I'll just write this down, 376 on Qs, we're fine. We can take advantage of the minor dips that the market gives us. Financials, not much after the breakout. Now there's just taking a breather right now, and let's see tomorrow job number reports will give us a better direction. So the job numbers which are going to come out tomorrow for the month of August will maybe give us a direction with financials and tech what exactly will happen. All right, when financials broke out here, this was a very nice reversal candle. It came down, it dipped exactly just to fill the gap fill right here, just to fill this gap fill, and then boom, right back up. And now it's a resistance. If financials take over 3860 now this time, 3860 if it takes out, and then followed by, so 3660 is first, followed by 39, and 39 plus hold, will put financials back into an uptrend where we can take advantage. So I'll give this another week or two to set up, and then we can probably play banks and GS stocks like that for a further breakout, because their charts look amazing on a longer time frame. Okay, and then we have some news from China. So there's a new stock exchange being introduced in Beijing, which I think is a great positive, because a new stock exchange means more money into the stock market, right? That's the only reason they would do it. Currently, they have two, Shanghai and Shenzhen. And China stocks, BABA, which we bought yesterday, I hope many of you guys I know jumped in because you guys commented and followed. And on BABA, my theory was simple: 174, 176. Yesterday, it almost got to 176, right? But it got above 174. What I saw on BABA was a nice support here, right? And then nice little gap ups, and it was holding the gap ups. And yesterday it also held the gap ups, and there was massive strength in JD. And then I looked back historically, when BABA sometimes makes moves with gap ups, this is possible. Okay, something like this is possible. Okay, when BABA holds gaps, it makes big moves. When it holds the gap ups, it makes big moves. It just keeps running, right? That's what it usually does most of the times. So I thought, this could be a possibility. Their president was talking, and I thought, how many more bad news will they really give? And I took a chance at the weekly 175s, right? I play BABA a lot, so eventually I'm going to catch one of the big runners. I know that. And today those calls should open up more than 100%. And BABA right now should open up at 178, which intrinsic value on our calls is $3 plus a little bit of premium. We got in that dollars. What was the entry on our call? $1.70, I believe. So BABA we got in at. So I got them at $1.75, and at the open they should be up 100%. And if the BABA holds gap up again here, it can easily run past 180 today. But at the open, they will be up 100%. It is up to you to manage your position and sell. I may sell, I may not sell. It's up to my account. I don't know. Okay, but you guys are up 100%, so please manage according to your account. If BABA holds 178 for the first 15 minutes, if it does hold 178 for the first 15 minutes, it's likely to get 180 today. Okay, and then tomorrow we can even get 190. I'm not saying this is going to happen. Maybe tomorrow it gaps down back to 160. I have no idea. Okay, just based on historical trends. So Baba, if you jumped in, great job. JD, a lot of strength in JD, right? Massive strength, and held the gap up. And here 80 is really hard. Okay, 80, 81 is really hard on JD, but I think it holds. It might build a little. It might give us a little bull flag action here, right? And then maybe rip towards 86 if the Chinese are back. If the strength is real, this will rip to 86 really fast. Okay, and this may give us an AMD type move in the coming 4 to 6 weeks. What I mean to by AMD move is something like this might happen. I'm not saying this is going to happen, but it's always a possibility. Something like this might happen in the next 6 weeks, past 100 on JD. All right, if China bottom is in, JD will move really fast. Okay, so keep an eye on that. PDD, that's LB's one of favorite charts. He did buy the calls last week here at 99. He's a little early, but had you played the same calls again, I think he called it that it moves big, and indeed it did. It made a 15-point move in 2 days from 96 to 110. So if somebody caught calls off his comments, congrats. Huge move. $1 calls went to $10 on PDD. Okay. So another strength, and then next resistance I see is 115, and BTC USDT. I'll just talk a little bit about it, latest stocks. So as you guys can see, from July to end of July, it ripped, consolidated, ripped again, consolidated, ripped again, and then obviously there's a lot of resistance here. Now this is what you guys need to see here. This action right here is meant that it was going to go sideways for a bit right here. It was given that it's going to go sideways for a bit. Okay, I did, and now if BTC breaks 50k, if it does break 50k from here, there's a lot of strength. It's trying to break. If it breaks 50k here, the next level is 53 on BTC. Okay, now many people will give you different levels because we're all looking at different resistances, so it's up to you how you look at it. Okay, some people might make this resistance, some people will make this, so it all depends. Okay, but I do see 53k on BTC coming, and with this we have stocks like MSTR which we play, and we do have some spreads on MSTR which are expiring today if you bought them with me last week. So let's see if we can get a big move on them. At 750 we hit max profits on those, right? And we have a day to go, right? So MSTR, a beautiful consolidation. This is a very bullish pattern that the market gives us usually, right? When it starts holding the level, and right here it does not flush, it does not go higher, but buyers are showing control. Okay, buyers are showing control. And technicals on Bitcoin, they're set up great. If this goes, MSTR takes out 790. So 790 was a number here when we gave it to you. The 790, 796 must hold, right? If you guys remember, but it gave up, it did not. So on MSTR, once it runs and once it's through 796 again, it will give us a lot of opportunities to make a lot of money to the upside. Okay, but for now, MSTR, let's see if we can get 750 closed by tomorrow, and our spreads will hit max profits. I bought them, I think, 2 weeks ago. And another chart I want to talk about is coin. So coin, guys, 300 is the ultimate number, but it's trading below. If you believe in Bitcoin, if you think crypto keeps running, if you think there's a lot of strength, this is going to go, then coin might be the place. So you can look into it. Personally, I won't be playing it. You can maybe play spreads. LB plays this name sometimes. Maybe he'll call out something. I have no idea. But keep an eye on coin if Bitcoin strength is real, because this is something that can really run hard. And for Google, I'm just going to bring LB over quickly. LB, you want to come talk about Google?
Sure,
so,
why not? Yeah, so just everything on the Google chart is just extended. Go to the monthly.
So on the monthly, I'll go.
Just off the screen.
Just
straight up. It's up 200% almost from March lows within 1 year. It's a $1 trillion company. I mean, think about how much market cap they added in the last year. Monthly's way extended. Weekly's way extended. Daily has a little reversal candle. So you see this big upper wick on Google. Obviously we got it 2 days ago, and then the last day was red, but we held up as an inside day and we broke up. So yesterday everyone took profits right at the top. We got that news that the Department of Justice is looking into Google for whatever. The same old story. In the long term, I don't think that matters at all. It's just going to go away, but in the short term it might cause some weakness. Obviously, all of big tech has run really, really hard in the last 2 weeks, and it's due for daily consolidation. Same with Google, same with Facebook, same with Amazon. They're just straight up, right? So we have like 8-9 days straight up on Amazon, Google, Facebook, everything. So it's due for some daily consolidation. I'm not saying it's going to come all the way back down here, but it is due for a little bit. Maybe a little bull flag here and then continuation. But we have filled the whole gap on Amazon, as you see here. well, obviously, if you run this gap, then we still have a little bit more space. But if you fill this gap right here, then we filled it and we closed right there. Look where we closed. So just pay attention. I wouldn't be getting long big tech here, but I wouldn't necessarily be getting short Google. I just played it because it looked way too extended to me. And then we got that news after hours. Obviously, Google dropped right off that news, but we're opening up higher today. Let's see where we go.
Thank you, LB.
Tesla was the same thing.
Tesla, same thing. So same thing with Tesla, right? Tesla was more of a premium play, a little advanced, right? Where he was reading the premium on the Tesla market makers. So they're not giving the premium the way they should if the stock was to go up. Now, one thing somebody asked regarding iron butterfly. So let's just talk about iron butterfly. I just opened up this Twitter chart. So here's a little educational lesson for you guys. Iron butterfly basically is, so if you're playing iron butterfly, basically what this means is, it's like a, so the stock's trade, so if Twitter is trading here at 65, just for an example, right? If it's trading at 65, what you do is basically, you would, to collect premium, you would sell a 65 call, you would sell a 65 put, and then depending on how comfortable you feel, you choose a range from the mid strike, you choose a range to the upper and the bottom, okay? It has to be equivalent, and maybe you buy 67, so against your 65 call, so you sell the 65 call, 65 put, the same strike, and then you protect yourself by buying maybe a 67 call, $2 to the upside, and then you buy $63 puts to the downside, okay? Now with this, what you have created is, you've created a strategy, something called like this one. So from 65, so this is your zone, this right here is what you have created, 65 is the mid, right? If you're good with numbers, so 65 is right here. And basically what you want is, you want Twitter to stay in this range for as much as you can, right? Between 65 and, between 63 and 67 basically. Now you can sell this, let's say you sold this for maybe a $1, just an example. Maybe you sell this for $1, right? You sold it for $1. You collect that premium, that $1 is yours. And tomorrow if Twitter just stays near 65 or 60, as long as it's below 66 and 64, you make profits. So you choose Twitter that's going to stay in this range, and eventually by expiry, most of these are going to be zero, only one will hold value, okay? One of these will hold value if it stays within the range, okay? 65 call or 65 put will have some value as long as it's Twitter closes within 63 and 67, okay? And that value has to be less than $1 basically for you to make profit. So break even here will be, some of you guys might not be understanding this, but break even here will be, so break even will be, because our selling price is $1, so intrinsic value, obviously our mid strike 65, it's either 66 or 64. Break even will be 66 or 64, and between 66 and 64 is profits, okay? So just the reason being is because intrinsic value of the 65 call or put will be under $1, okay? And if it closes right at 65, you keep the entire credit of $1, okay? So that's what the iron butterfly is. And you can do vice versa. You can also buy the call, buy the put, sell the call, sell the puts for debit when you think that maybe it closes above 66 or 64, okay? So that's how you run the iron butterfly, guys. And but we'll go in more details. Obviously, this is just a very fast Carson, a little example. For iron butterfly, first thing that you need to know is the same strike. You sell the put, you sell the call, and then you buy a further call and further put with the same strike difference to protect yourself. Okay. Thank you, guys. We'll see you guys back in the chat.